Hello people, I'm Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
The two videos we're about to look at would normally go on Get Jaby, but there are two reasons why it's gonna show up here tonight. Number one, I know that there are a lot of Avengers fans on the Indian channel, youtube.com/Jaby Koay. And number two is there are a lot of gamers on the Indian side, which is obvious. But the cool thing is that often whenever we do a gaming related video, it tends to trend on YouTube India's gaming page. And so I was like, you know what? Let's give this a shot. Let's see what happens. Marvel's Avengers official story trailer is the first video we're gonna look at. And then we're gonna look at Marvel's Avengers Once an Avenger gameplay video. If you would like to skip forward to the second video, there is a timestamp in the description below. Now, without further ado, please subscribe, hit the bell icon, all notifications please, so you get notified every time we drop another video. And if you wanna see more gaming related videos, more gaming focused videos from us, then go to youtube.com/getjaby and subscribe there.
When I was young, I found an orphaned wolf cub in the forest behind our farm. I felt if I could instill rules, the proper boundaries, I could harness the raw power of that beast. A few months later, while hunting, the adolescent cub turned on me. We're fixing the damage the Avengers did all those years ago. Inhumans are sick. Unlimited power, that's dangerous. It's lethal. You are lucky to be alive. Come on, Kamala. Let AIM help you.
I'll take my chances. What if the Avengers were set up? I think you should see for yourself. Could Mr. Stark help us with this?
Hi, I'm sorry, who are you?
Kamala?
This better be good.
He totally locked Captain Reactor and then he tried to jack the Chimera.
Son of a...
You all completely lost your senses.
What? Where were you while the world went to hell?
This is our fault. All of ours.
You really think the world is better without us?
Yes. See, it's always been the problem. Running from who you are, what you are, and what you.
This is exactly what Toronto wants!
You struggle against the unstoppable tide of progress, Avengers. The power cannot be controlled. It has to be destroyed. I will rid the Earth of superpowers, even if it has to end with me.
It's just got a whole lot weirder.
Oh, it just ended. Wow, that was abrupt. That was a very interesting story trailer. I'm liking that so far. There's only two things, and I've said one of them from the beginning. The graphics look somewhat questionable.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
The other thing is, I love the tone and everything, but the main girl whose perspective we're seeing this through,
Kamala. I wonder if she's Indian.
I thought that as well.
Yeah.
I did think that, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
The thing that got my attention was that her power is her hands get big.
Yeah.
And it just looked kind of funny. That's all. It's just like, it's kind of a goofy power. It's like, that's your superpower. It's like, wah!
It kind of reminded me of the one in Street Fighter.
Dalsim?
Yeah, because he's got super stretchy
It wouldn't
arms.
surprise me if that's what inspired it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, that's her name's Kamala and her superpower is super similar to a certain...
Kamala Khan is her name. And is she... No, it doesn't say anything about Indian. So I don't know what she is.
Maybe they just wanted someone...
She's Muslim.
Okay.
Yeah, from New Jersey. It's ambiguous, I guess, but she's still American Muslim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I like that, that they've got a young female superhero.
She's Pakistani. She's not Indian.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right, well, that's cool, too, because, she's representing...
Brown people? Yeah.
In the Marvel universe. That's kind of awesome, I think.
Yeah. I don't know when she first showed up. I guess 2013 is when she first showed up.
Oh.
So I'm not sure. I'm just like glancing as fast as possible, just so I don't take up like an arbitrary amount of time.
It says that she first showed up in 2013
okay,
in a Captain Marvel comic. So I think that's awesome. You know, just having some representation in there. Good job, Marvel.
It's just a random power, and it just. I mean, it's cool. Having any superpowers is dope.
Yeah.
Obviously, right? But it just looks goofy. Like that's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You know, like Hulk. You know, gets yoked and starts smashing stuff.
It looks like he got like a weird upgrade as well here.
No, it looked like he was fighting something that was stronger than him.
Oh, because I thought I saw he had like little weird.
Yeah, he's fighting that.
Oh, I see.
I'm pretty sure that's what I saw.
Gotcha.
Maybe I'm wrong. But
You're probably right.
yes, he's
There.
fighting him.
Oh, that's not him.
No,
yeah,
it's,
you're
it's,
right.
It's like a Hulk 2.0.
Right, yeah.
Or-
I thought, oh, maybe Hulk gets like a crazy upgrade and now he's spiky, but
It's Hulk's worst nightmare is what it looks like.
yeah.
Well, that's cool that they're featuring a minority as like the lead, that we're sort of looking through her lens in order to observe the Avengers. I think that's just a neat way to go. I mean, assuming that is a significant part of the game and a significant part of the introduction into the game.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Featuring more minorities is awesome. We just got done watching Watchmen, and that was a very interesting show that was very heavily focused on minorities, which actually surprised me for some reason. So that's just neat. Minorities for the States, non-white.
Yeah.
You know, because like obviously the majority of the Avengers, as far as I know, are white, right? And so it's just neat. And she's a woman, she's a girl,
Yeah.
a young girl. So you have that as well. That's another angle to consider. You know, young. Let's just call a spade a spade. I guess they more now than before, but they don't have that many superheroes, right?
Yeah, no, it's true. I
There's
think so.
there are so few that when they all come together in the Avengers films, it doesn't take that long to show them.
And everyone gets a cheer. Hurrah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not alone. And then as a child breaks my wall. She's not alone, you see. All the ladies are together, all four of them. Mm-hmm. Or 8 in Endgame, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But
there were a few.
I want to ask you guys a question. How do you feel because the majority of the people watching this video are going to be Indian. How do you feel about it being a young Pakistani girl? Does that deter you from wanting to play the game? Are you frustrated? Are you offended by that? Or are you like, screw it, it's a game, it's a character, she has nothing to do with the politics of my country, I'm gonna play it, I don't mind her character being in there. Just, you know, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments if it rubs you the wrong way or if you're neutral about it and you just wanna have some fun. For me personally, I think it's just neat to revisit the Avengers in this capacity, having more story, having more, you know, just being able to spend more time with them, even if they're voice doubles, even if it's not the movie cast, which is who we're most familiar with, it's still cool to spend more time with them and get to play as these individual characters. So let's move on to the gameplay.
Okay. So it's gonna be PS4.
Oh, I would imagine. Yes.
We're here live at the AIM experience in Manhattan, witnessing the return of the Avengers, but they appear to be attacking the city. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Is it any coincidence that this attack comes on the very day that AIM is supposed to unveil their promising new Adaptoid program?
What, he hit the dude?
You saved his life.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
He does a pretty good Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well into Thor.
You should know, I'm not in the best of moods.
So you're playing as Thor right now?
Yeah, you changed. You play as different characters.
That's cool.
Holy crap, Thor! Where the hell did you come from?
Get it,
I
Thor.
was serving the commoners when it started raining bolts of metal from the skies.
It is unbelievably good to see you.
A bit dramatic, don't you think?
It doesn't matter. He's here now.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of
So the
fun.
false god returns. Why? You did what you were supposed to do, Thor. You gave up your power. You should have stayed forgotten.
Never when mortals are in peril. Where do you hide, Doctor? Can you not face me?
Look around.
from everywhere. What are these things? They're running into the deck.
Something Carlton cooked up to crash the Chimera. Fun, aren't they?
Hello. Just like old times.
Heading dropships inbound.
I see them.
Focus on those mechs. Kamala, you okay?
Yeah? No.
What are you gonna do, girl?
Hope you got this.
Come on, Thor. Hiya.
Dare I ask who this child is?
We'll explain later. Don't worry, she's up to it.
Chimera's still losing altitude. Thor, can you hold it up with wind?
Tear the ship apart.
You killed Captain America, Thor. Who else will fall before your hammer?
Oh, wow.
Silence!
That's cool. I like the music. I feel like these machines are inspired by Metal Gear Solid. I mean, maybe they're inspired by something from the comic, but it feels very Metal Gear.
Good night, folks. Thor, update on those mechs. We're losing power fast.
They're sturdy. I'll give them that.
Really? That's Carlton's endgame. We're the terrorists in this AIM experience story.
Not on my watch. The Chimera can't go down. Not again.
Spotted some drones heading for the command deck.
Got my hands full, kid.
I'm on them.
Nice. Security subsystems just came back online. It's working.
Can you enable lockdown?
Already working on it.
You okay there?
Yeah, I just got something in my eye. I wonder if it's just a bunch of button mashing or if there's like, you know, an art. Oh God.
I can handle the large one myself.
Sure you
don't
can.
have to. That's the whole point.
Guys, the Chimera can't take much more of this.
They did a lot of damage down in the engine room.
Carlton, do not do this!
You've given me no choice. Find this shield familiar, Stark.
How original. You gonna steal my haircut next?
The damage has already been done, Avengers.
Open the Bifrost!
Oh.
Kamala, Tony,
We're trying to restart the engines, but there's not enough power.
we're out of time, people. Brace for impact.
Oh.
Hey, God of Thunder!
Stay behind me.
Now! Bring it! Keep going! It's working!
Hold on!
You know what's amazing?
What?
Thor's shirt didn't rip off. He's just like completely intact the entire time. I still stand by my earlier statement, which is graphically it feels either early PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3, but I think that
Yeah.
you're gonna be so wrapped up in the fun of it all that you might not mind. And I think after a moment of maybe like an hour of playing, you'll just get acclimated to it. You'll just have fun with it.
I feel like that sort of thing you notice more in the cutscenes, but when you're playing, it's, you know, it's less of a big deal because you're just, like you said, you're just involved in it.
You're enthralled in the action of it all.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in the game. It's very, I guess, dynamic. It feels like just a smash 'em up kind of game, and it's just sort of fun like that. But I don't see a lot of like physics happening. It's sort of, you know, just tear away at their life and then they die, right? Because like as he's going through and smashing up this machine, it's not really shifting. There's not really any physics response to what he's doing to the machine. This might speak to the sheer magnitude of the game because you have to have trade-offs when you have a much bigger game like, let's say, Grand Theft Auto. You know, going back all the way to PlayStation 2 when Grand Theft Auto 3 showed up, it didn't look anywhere near as good as other PlayStation 2 games, but you could do so much more than any other PlayStation 2 game that came out at that time.
Right.
It was just like the gameplay was unlike anything else that had come before it, and the sheer size of it all, what you could do, it was just so massive. And so oftentimes you have that trade-off. Like if you want a game where you can do more, graphically it has to suffer a little bit. It's just interesting because like I don't know, I'm of two minds about it. I was about to say that the Marvel movies look so good, but they do make their wise decisions, shall I say, where they should.
Right,
Because-
yeah, like where they're gonna invest their money for the best special effects.
Yes,
yeah.
because there are instances where the effects don't look as striking, as nice, as refined, and there are other instances where it looks really, really good. That's how Marvel has been doing it since the beginning. They are careful with their selection of what to really put their money into, and other things that sort of let it go a little bit. What I worry about, I should say, is that it is riding a lot on that Marvel Avengers name, as opposed to being just like a dope game from the ground up. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna play it. Like, irrespective of whatever the thing is, whatever the motivation, money is always a motivation somewhere, right? In the discussion, money is always a motivation. My hope is that it goes beyond that and there's love invested into it as well. You know, they say cash grab all the time. It's like everything's a cash grab. Everything's a cash grab on some level.
Right.
But is it just a cash grab? That's where I take umbrage, right? And so I'm hoping that this is more than that. Only time will tell when you can actually get your hands on the game, obviously. I mean, it looked fun, and there's a lot of destruction and whatnot going on.
Yeah, and it looks like, at least with Thor, there's a lot of different moves that you can be doing, and you're not only just running around, you're flying. Like, there's so many different dynamic things that you can do within the game.
Yeah.
And I'm also wondering whether you get opportunities to play as other characters
Of course.
too, or...
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's why...
So, like, as you go through the story, it'll
I would
choose
imagine
for you.
I don't know if it chooses for you or you get to choose, but I think that's part of what inhibits the game's ability to look graphically more impressive, is that there's this huge cast of characters and the game needs to account for you being able to use all those characters in a variety of ways. I'm wondering also from that if the control scheme is generally quite simple in order to account for all these different characters, because it's not Street Fighter.
Right.
It's not Tekken, it's not Mortal Kombat. You're not supposed to memorize a whole bunch of different movesets for all these different characters. They're gonna keep it relatively simple. While watching it, I couldn't decide if this was closer to the mechanics of God of War or Ratchet and Clank. And I'm inclined to think it's closer to Ratchet and Clank in terms of like, it's just simple, pick up and play.
Right.
Like that was the thing that was told to me when I game tested for Ratchet and Clank, was like, can any random person just pick it up and start playing? That's the idea. It's supposed to be that simple. And I feel like this game is like that. It's appealing to that audience. It's just meant for a fun popcorn time. That's
like
it.
a casual game.
Yeah, it's a casual, exactly. It's meant for a wide variety of ages. And I'm fine with as my sound foam is falling. I'm down for that. So on that note, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed some of that. Let us know your feelings in the comments below. Check out ACHARA KIRK on the social media as well as the jabs if you feel like doing that. Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.